this fireball over my head, slightly burned my neck. At this moment, the fire took all the air, all the breathable air, and I couldn't breathe anymore. So, in the last hope, I took the foot of a table and grabbed myself out. At this moment, I couldn't find anyone. I got out near the cinema. I couldn't find anyone, so I went back inside. I found someone. I suppose I hope he was just unconscious, but my prayers are that he's still alive. And I grabbed him in the stairs and I took him out. Fireman took him, and I still couldn't find anyone. I went back inside, but I couldn't breathe anymore. Too much smoke, and I couldn't breathe. So I went back out. I found a friend of mine who was really burned, and he told me, where's your girlfriend? And I started rushing around, found my girlfriend completely in shock. She was completely shocked. She told me my brother and his friends were near the bank over there. So I took both of them and joined my brother and his friends. They were all in shock, all very severely burned, except one. We were the two that were less injured. At this moment, policemen and firemen told us to go in the 1900 coffee on the other side of the street, where the firemen started to sort out the less burned and the highest burned people. I saw my brother only once. He was taken care of by the person working inside the bar. She told me to get a fireman. By the time the fireman and I came back, he had already been taken by, how can I call it?
Do you speak with police?
I didn't speak with police at this moment. I spoke with firemen to know where my brother was going, what I could do, because I was less injured. This moment we waited some, and I don't know how it's called in English, anti-fire covers were given to everyone.
Yeah. Blankets, foil blankets.
My one friend of mine was very calm, so let me sit. My girlfriend was completely panicked. The smaller, the younger ones, from my friends from my brother, they were four.
Hello, Mary Jane. Hi.
I was running around in the street trying to find anyone that could take care of them. At one point, my girlfriend called me and said they are taking us away in a fireman car. Yes. And I asked the fireman who was driving if I could go with them in the car. So I stood in the ambulance, and we were taken to the sports center near Armiva, which is a lake down here, 5 minutes from here. In there, only firemen and ambulanciers were there, so they couldn't give anyone any painkillers, so only fire covers were given. Only some gel masks to calm the burnings were given to everyone. With my friend Mayol, who is one of my brother's friends, who is 17, we were less injured, so we helped every fireman and the police to give water to everyone, sugar, so they could stay conscious. Then the medics arrived. They built some kind of hospital in the in the sports center on the tennis courts. Covered. Yes, covered tennis courts. So with the time, more and more people arrived, more and more burned. At this point, firemen and medics were giving categories. So it was green. I was green category. Over was yellow. Was red, and I suppose black, but black have already been taken to the hospitals. So in this place, medics, I helped, and Mayol and I helped the firemen to carry people around on these beds that were built on this time, that have been built. More and more medics arrived, and everybody has been taken care of. So they got painkillers. I don't know, no explosion, fireworks and champagne bottles set fire to the roof that was made out of isolating foam.
Okay.
Can I just
How's your brother now?
you said there were 7 people that you went
We
with.
were 7
You were
in
7.
my group.
Yeah. How are all of the 7? You mentioned that your brother was in a coma.
My brother is in a coma. The other ones are now conscious. They are awake, and they are being taken care of. They are in pain, but no one is in life danger. They will all get out, and I'm praying for my
Can
brother.
I just ask, you went
moment?
backwards and forwards?
Sorry, just a second. What was that moment like when you realised what was happening?
Terrifying. But like, you know, war scene, like raid, I don't know. Terrifying.
You went
I saw people, burn people in the ground, blood one out.
Just finally, I mean, I cannot imagine, I don't know how old you are, how old are you? You're 19. I can't imagine what it feels like to be 19 and go through this, but how are you? How are you now?
I'm tired. I fell asleep because I didn't sleep, and I'm tired.
Can you just take me through? You went backwards and forwards, so you came out of the bar, but then you went straight back in as well. But can you tell me what your thought process was at that stage? Because it's an extraordinarily brave thing to do, to go back into a burning building.
I was looking for my brother and my girlfriend and my friends, and I couldn't think to let them stay in the fire when I was alive outside. So I couldn't see them, and
How many times did you go back in?
2 times.
2 times. And each time you were desperately trying to find your friends.
One time I found someone laying in the stairs. This person was completely burned. Clothes were burned. Couldn't recognize if it was a woman or a man. Could only see teeth. I grabbed this person. It was really heavy. It's heavy. Someone who doesn't give any tension. You know, when I grab your arm, you have tension. Nothing was happening. So I took the arms out and I slid him on the ground, and he was being taken care of outside.
And that was the first time. Was that the first time you went in?
This was the first time.
And then
the second time I went back in, what I felt is that there was more smoke, so I could breathe less. So I only went in, couldn't see anything, and went straight out.
Right.
I didn't hear, but how is your brother now?
He's in Lyon, in the Centre pour les Grands Brûlés. He is in a coma, artificial, so he suffers less, and all his data is stable, so the medics aren't worried for his... What happened is that champagne bottles were being carried on the shoulder of a waitress. The roof isn't very high, I'd say maximum 3 meters, so on the shoulder the fire devices on the champagne bottles were near the roof, and they set fire to these isolating foams. And these foams are very flammable, and that's why the fire spread.
Was there any other exits why people couldn't get out on
No
time?
exits. I want to say that personally, I blame all the fault on the spa. I think it's impossible that this place has been built without any exits, any emergency exits. I think it's impossible to... It's a habit. It's not new that this bar is carrying around champagne bottles with flammable devices, so sparkling fire devices. It's nothing new, for me it's a shame that they didn't build any emergency exits and let this place run freely with a completely flammable roof. I mean,
Wow. Okay, so Martin, did you hear about the fire? I'm sure Mary Jane Doe has by now. You're in the UK, Martin. Did you hear about that fire in the Swiss Alps? I am just consumed with this. Consumed because I turned on my iPad before I went to sleep about 3:30 in the morning on New Year's Eve. Oh my gosh. What? You haven't either, Mary Jane Doe? Oh my gosh. Yeah, and there was a horrible fire in the Swiss Alps. Yeah, I mean, it came on Live Now Fox. I don't watch a particular one, but yeah, would both of you be willing to watch back my earlier live and you'll see footage? I just wanted to get the testimony of this one young man. He was one of the first interviews 5 days back ago. It was the very it was the same day of the New Year's Eve, situation. His poor brother's put in an induced coma, due to burns. They're saying 40 died. Now they're saying 47. There's 119 in hospitals. 50 of them were airlifted to other countries to specialized burn units. 50. I mean, it's really bad. And most of the kids, like he said, there's footage on people's phones inside the basement part of this wooden building where they're, still dancing while the ceiling's on fire. And you guys might be a little young to know about the station in Rhode Island, the station fire. That was in 2003. And the band, was it called White Snake? I thought it was Great White for the longest time. But anyway, they're a band from the 80s, rock and roll, and they were performing at this little dive. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, Martin. Little dive bar, this like wooden building, and 70 people were just reaching. White Snake. Okay, good. It is White Snake. Yeah. I'm sure your dad knows about the fire. 70 people died. There was a back door that the band got out of, but the fire was so bad from the pyrotechnics that the bass player in the band died. Yeah, along with 70 people. Always had naked women on them. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so I've been fighting a cold for about a week, and oh, straddling snakes and stuff. That's really funny. I, what did I say? Great white earlier? That's the gosh darn great white shark or something. I can't believe I was said the wrong thing, but I finally decided to do a video. I'm live, I'm streaming. Bit suggestive, methinks. You're so funny. Yeah, that is rather suggestive, isn't it, Martin? um, but I had a few people in there once I started getting the sound figured out. But it couldn't have been too bad of a video. It's 2 hours long. I show 6 different videos of pictures of the fire and one father, and some young men filming it inside when it starts, and they keep dancing and singing, and it's loud. It all happened an hour and a half later after midnight. Um, yeah, so it's really really bad. Oh, you're funny, Martin. Thank you so much. But um, it's 1:45 in the morning here, and I'm getting a small headache. And oh, you didn't even see a notification? I don't know. I don't know. But I did get a subscriber earlier, and I've gotten like 2,400 some views. Just happened to log in. Nice. On the earlier video. And then there's a professor that speaks about that I had in a previous video that I just taped again because it's a little over 3 minutes long. That even though the owners of this bar, this French couple, um, feel they're in compliance, it really wasn't safe. They say they passed the compliance safety rules, but this professor explains, yeah, yeah, I was pretty shocked. And then AI, makes these kind of neat little shorts for you when you stream. But yeah, I tried to do a panel, and I don't know, this guy Bayron or Bayron, Bayron, he couldn't get the link, and things just weren't really working that great. So, but let's see. I fell for an AI um, video where I was trying to order something for my memory with my social security. And turns out it was fake when I Googled it. So I have to get a new card. And I am going to get my money back, thank God, because they put a claim in for me. So I am never buying anything off any site again except like Amazon or something. It was Sanjay Gupta talking about the memo blast. That's what it's called. Memo, like for memory. And my short term memory isn't very good. And I watched all the little videos, and because it was AI and Sanjay Gupta, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who talked during, the sea disease stuff, I fell for it because I didn't know there were AI generated scams out there. And now I know. So I was on the phone a lot a couple days ago dealing with that. So yeah. But I'm going to go, you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm going to brush my teeth and get myself into bed because I did get the results back for my heart and my left atrium is a little bit swollen, a little bit swollen. And, but my cardiologist, all right, thanks for being here, Martin. That really is sweet of you. And you, Mary Jane Doe. My cardiologist is happy with my results considering my age, right? Um, and having a heart attack and a stroke 5 years back. So, my ejection fraction number where the heart pumps real good is supposed to be 75, and it's a teeny bit below 50. So I didn't freak out though, because the cardiologist said after what I went through, um, that's normal with my age. So he said, stay on your regime of meds, and we'll take pictures of my heart again I'm hoping in about 6 months. They took 100 pictures of my heart about 3 days ago for the echocardiogram. But yeah, all right, lovelies. Thank you so much. Yeah, watch my video earlier, and if you don't mind, and you'll see why me and Ickmill, that YouTuber, and all these other people are covering this, because this is something else. The drinking age in Switzerland is 16, and there were 14 and 15-year-olds there, possibly drinking. Thank you. Love it. Love the emojis. And I don't know if people are staying subscribed to me or not. But yeah. All right. So this is Ferdinand Du Bois. Du Beaudiez, or I don't know now. Now I can't remember. But he's 19, and gosh, I heard something earlier that skin grafts and things can't even be done until the dead skin, so there is an infection. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm excited about that, Mary Jane Doe. I got some new subs earlier too. The dead skin has to be, sloughed off or whatever it is, or there can be infection easily and circulatory problems. A burn unit specialist head doctor was speaking. And so recovery can be months to years. And these poor young people that have to go through this pain, um, and looking at their life and themselves so differently. It's really really something else. I wasn't depressed. I just wasn't feeling much of anything. I wasn't looking forward to 2026. I watched a little bit of fireworks on TV. Um and I but it's like a fire like this and people passing away so young just puts everything in perspective better for me, and makes me even more thankful and grateful for my life. Um, and yeah, I mean, all we have is today and hopefully tomorrow, right? All right, you guys, thank you so much. Thanks for the people in the, I won't say the bushes, I guess I'll say the Swiss Alps. You guys are up in the Swiss Alps skiing. Do they have night skiing? I know they used to in different places. In all honesty, I think there's ski lifts right there. Just, a few hundred yards away, and people the very next day were skiing. One lady saw some people drinking beers in a restaurant the next day. I mean, life goes on, but I think what they should have done, though, is shut the whole ski lift down. I really do. But, you know, they lose money, right? A lot of tourists there right now. I've never been to Switzerland. It looks like a beautiful place. All right, 26 minutes. Please hit the like. Please subscribe if you're willing to. And, you know, I have a picture of this guy's face, and I'm like leaning on my stomach on the bed, and my shirt isn't staying upright. I didn't want to deal with all of that showing myself again, but I did earlier on my last live, and you guys can hear that he spoke English pretty well, you know, for being French. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna go. Talk to you later. Thank you. Love you guys.